welcome to the podcast. Kylie really messed up
Oh,
after talking for 2 hours. Can't access the recording. So now we're here.
and we're gonna do it all again.
Welcome, but it's all new for y'all.
What? Yours?
Good God.
Are you on your?
Huh?
Are you on your laptop?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Don't ask. I don't know what my laptop's doing today.
Okay. We've had a
She
lot
just
of
decided to not.
we've had lot of technical difficulties today, and we're just gonna keep rolling with it. And yeah. So this week was my first day of school.
Oh my God, no way, Lauren.
No
I
way.
had no idea.
Oh my God.
That's wild.
It's not like we already talked about this today. I feel like for the sake of ourselves, not the listeners, for the sake of our mental health, I'm just gonna say it went really well, and I'll have more updates to come. And keep it short and sweet.
Well, if we do that, this is gonna be like 10 minutes long.
It might be.
No. At least tell the story about like your
Period.
Lauren's big mess up.
My big mess.
Lauren's teacher debut mistake. Can't speak apparently.
Yeah. There's a lot of bells that happen during lunchtime when you have 4 lunches at your school. And I let out my class 20 minutes early.
Woohoo! Party!
And it also didn't help that when I let them out, the room across from me had their door open. So I really did think it was ready to go. Like,
yeah.
Because the bell rang and then everyone was packing up because we all thought it was time to go. And then when I opened the door, another door was right there open. So like in my mind, like nothing was weird.
Right.
No, it was just the substitute had her door open because she
substitute.
Yeah,
on day 2.
Just had a rad school orientation that she had to be at.
Oh, gotcha.
So day 2, but she's been a teacher for like a ton of years, so she can miss day 2.
Okay. I was like, that's a little ballsy.
No. She just has her crap together and was able to do that. But so in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, we're good. Like y'all leave. And then everyone looked at me that was still kind of hanging out and packing up their stuff still and goes, Miss West, I don't think so. And I said, nope, you're right. I don't think so either. And I had to run out of the room and chase them down. And then my other coworker, he was like, I thought I saw some people outside. Oh no. Because I told him what happened and he just laughed. But yeah, thankfully it was my advanced class and they all were like, wow, Miss West, good job. That was great what you just did there. And went back to reading as soon as they could. Everything settled back down. But I have a feeling that'll be brought up again next week and for the rest of the year.
Yeah, naturally. Maybe your other classes will hear about it too.
I really hope not.
They'll be like, hey, Miss West, it's 9 a.m. Can we go to lunch now?
Oh.
Is that the lunch bell?
They came back from lunch, so it wasn't their lunchtime. It was just, I thought they were ready to go. But they get out at 12:39. I got it. I'm going to have a billion alarms on my laptop.
I bet all your kids will too. Oh, your little AP kids.
I'm going to be like, hey, Miss West, not yet. Like, as soon as that bell happens on Monday. And it doesn't help that they're decorating journals on Monday. I mean, we're going over some other stuff, but they're really just like still doing stuff that's easy and whatnot. So they'll have plenty of time to crack jokes and not interrupt a lesson because there's not one.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, yeah, that was my big thing. But, you know, it's all good because at least we're connecting. At least I'm forming relationships with these kids.
Yeah.
Gosh. Um, yeah, so to everyone listening, Kylie and I already talked, like we just had mentioned earlier, and we don't feel like retelling all the stories. Sorry for being lazy, I guess, but also not sorry. Um, but y'all will hear more about my sixth period because they're hooligans. And I can already tell that after 2 days. And then everyone,
Hooligans.
they're all sweethearts, truly. Just my sixth period has some hooligans. And that's going to be frustrating. I don't even know. I don't know. Even some of the ones that like act bad, I'm like, I feel like if you just separated from your friend for a second, you might calm down and you might understand some like
Yeah.
boundaries here.
Well, that's what I feel like with all those like little tiny kids, like in junior high and high school especially, I feel like it's really just like one person. And then you get the whole like all their friends involved, but it's really like if that one person were just kind of like removed
Uh,
from the equation,
yeah,
from the group a little bit, then like boom,
problem
they're
solved.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened with my high school boyfriend.
See.
I might though.
I mean, there's always the one that's influencing the rest. And if you can kind of
Yeah.
get that one to chill out, they usually all settle down.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Again, it's only 2 days in. I can't predict
For sure.
everything. Um, I just remember though, one of the hooligans was like over by my desk when we were playing the Four Corners game yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and he sneezed like very obnoxiously, like at my area, like at,
What the?
and like I have like tape marked out, like, and I told him
Yeah.
this is my space, my area, leave it alone. Um, which for the most part they did. I mean, some of them were like, ha ha ha, I'm in the pink tape, don't get in the pink tape, like just kind of messing with everyone. Um, not in a rude way, just like in a haha, I'm funny way,
Right.
like messing with me because they knew I'm like chill enough to do that.
Yeah.
But then the one kid like was very ick about it and was like, I'm not gonna say anything right now because I know you want that attention. But I saw him do that and I kind of just like kept on. So he will be the problem child, I think. But we'll see. And I'm trying to think of what else happened. Anything crazy. I think just the sneezing. That was gross. And oh, I asked some of them if they had any questions or comments or concerns about school or about life. And one of them looked at me, he goes, I have a concern. I go, okay. He goes, I'm short. And I go,
Short kings for the
I was like, that's okay. You grow. Like, sorry.
eat more vegetables.
I know, like, you don't realize, like, seventh graders, y'all have that growth spurt in the summer before eighth grade. Like, that's when that happens
Yeah.
for guys. But it was so sweet. And then another one was like, yeah, I have a question about life. I go, okay. He goes, should we live it? I go, yes, you should live it every single day. He goes, see, I was under the impression it should be the opposite. And I was like, okay. Fuck me.
That's I feel like I could not be like a teacher with like kids that age because then I feel like I just get into I'd be like, well, it's the opposite. And then they would just back and forth, like rabbit hole down like a whole spiral thing. And then all of a sudden it's like 20 minutes later
Yeah.
and potentially lunchtime.
Yeah.
So
That's literally what they want you to do, though. Is
yeah.
waste time.
Which is why I could not responsibly be a junior high teacher.
It's fine. Once I have, which it sucked because even yesterday I was like watching the time, and it was more because I was getting used to the bells. It wasn't like how much longer, but some of the kids would be like, how much longer do we have? How much longer do we have? Because we didn't have enough stuff to go over,
Right.
because it's the first 2 days, and my team and I decided like to kind of split up rules and procedures and stuff, because they're not going to listen to everything on the first day. So if you don't break it up, it's no use. Like I did classroom rules on Thursday, and then the second day, Friday, I did like classroom procedures. It's like a little bit different. And then Monday, I'm going to go over a little bit of like just more like fine tuning of stuff we're going to do in class.
Yeah.
Because if it's all in one day, they're so overwhelmed because they're listening to 6 other teachers.
Right.
Similar
You
thing.
can never keep it straight.
Right. And I mean, even if they can't keep it straight, because it is still a lot, like I'm not going to try to fill bell to bell with every single rule of the book, because that's just too much. And I mean, I know with professional development the past few weeks, like they filled all of our time up pretty much, and it was all information, and it was so overwhelming. And I was just sitting there like, my to-do list is growing, and I have so many things to do. I have so many things to remember. Y'all want us to be perfect. Y'all want us to know it all. And it's to be able to perfect all at the same time. And it's also too much to remember all at the same time. Like my brain can only like do so much.
Right.
So I know how it feels. I'm trying not to make that overwhelming for the students. But then they're also asking, well, how much longer do we have? I'm like, I'm so sorry you're bored. Like, friend, like this is the one time you're probably going to get to do this during this year. Like, after this week, it's going to be lessons. So use that time and enjoy it. Like, I don't know. But I kind of get it, because in college you can be like, oh, you're done for the day, we're leaving. But in high school, junior high, I have to be here. I can't leave.
Right.
I don't know.
It'll be so fun though. I'm so excited.
I need to look at all my slides and get my presentations put together for next week. Or not put together, like formatted towards like what I like to make them look like.
Yeah. So does everybody use basically the same like template presentation? Okay.
Yeah. They grabbed it from last year because they had a good one from last year, and then we kind of adjust it towards our schedule this year, and then you just copy it. And so everyone has like a West version of week 2.
Gotcha.
It's version of week 2. And then some people change the colors. Some people change everything, because I have a coworker who has a full Star Wars themed room. So he changes everything to Star Wars usually. I found a template that I liked that's kind of like, what is it? Like notebook paper and doodles. And then also has like some pink in it. I don't know how long that'll last. Like how long I'm going to be like customizing everything. But I'd like to keep that up because it does fit me, and it's not super hard to do. The only thing that's been annoying is sometimes they have transitions on their slides, and I hate a transition. I don't
like the animation stuff.
Like where it's like you hit one and then the title comes up, you hit the next. It's like, why can't just all at once?
Some of that stuff, is like too broken up. I appreciate it when there's like a box around something, and then it's like content, and then like a little animation that's like, hey, emphasizing this thing I just said
Right.
and then moving on. But that's like,
Useful.
yeah.
I'll figure that out. But that's my life. Just
So fun adulting.
how was your week? What'd you do?
I'm just gonna keep giggling even though we already talked about it. Okay, but first, did I tell last week? I can't remember what day it was. I went to Devil's Lake. Did we talk about that?
Yes. But
Oh, that
well, we didn't talk about it earlier. You mentioned you were going.
okay, but that's what I thought because I think it was like the Sunday after we last recorded
Mm-hmm.
that I went. Hold on, I'm checking my calendar to make sure. That means I would have gone on like the 31st. What? Yeah, okay. And then once we took a selfie, so I'm going to look at the selfie. Yeah, July 31st. All right. So, yeah, I went to Devil's Lake. That was actually really fun. I like didn't expect it to be like what it was because it was like a weird mix of like I guess I expected it to just be like a state park. It's a state park, but like only hiking, I guess. Because like when you think of like Sam Houston State Park, it's like mostly hiking. You can like ride dirt bikes and stuff or whatever. And like, I mean, I don't even know if there's like a lake thingy over there. I've never been. I don't know. But this one, it was like a recreational area and it was like camping and there was like a lake with like kayak and paddleboard rentals and like some people were just gorilling. It was so fun. And then we hiked this like one part that was absolutely like kind of brutal, but the view was good. But I was like, was it worth all of this? Still debating, but it was really pretty. And then we walked down, but thank God we didn't like walk down the way that we'd like thank God we didn't walk up the way that we walked down because it was like pure like zigzagging back down like the side of this quote unquote mountain. I don't know. It was I want to say hill because it was like rocky, but like it wasn't really a mountain. A bluff. I don't know if that's like definitive of like I don't know what a bluff is. I don't know if that's just like a part of something or if that's like the something, you know? Like, is it like another thing like a mountain and like a hill, or is it like a plateau is like equivalent to like a bluff?
A bluff is defined as a steep shoreline slope formed in sediment that has 3 feet or more of vertical elevation just above the high tide line.
Okay,
Now,
sweet. So you're hiking, yeah. So you're hiking down like the bluff part, I guess. So we hiked up like gradually, and it wasn't just like zigzaggy. It was like kind of like we were going up a mountain. But then when we came back, it was just like switchbacks almost down this like really rocky bluff part. I don't, that's so odd to say, whatever. But like down that. So that would have been really difficult like to get up that way. But it was kind of nice to get down. The only thing is I was wearing my Hokas, which are like the least tractiony shoes ever. So that was not too fun.
hiking shoes, hiking boots.
I have some, but the boots are heavy because they're like the boots that I have. They're like the waterproof steel toe da 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 da. So they're really good for like hiking in like the winter and the snow and stuff because like I won't get cold and whatnot. But I have hiking shoes too. I just can't remember if I brought them with me or not.
Mm.
And I don't think that I did, and it makes me really upset. But anyways, that's fine. I'll just have to get some more later. But that was really fun. That was my first like little like granola girl outing in Wisconsin. It's fun. Oh my gosh, and by the way, I meant to tell you, when I went to the DMV this morning, after it only took like after my 15-minute interaction that got like everything done,
So
little
pissed.
hair flip. Hmm. Um, he goes, "Welcome to Wisconsin." I was just like,
No.
and it was so like it would have sounded so casual because like he definitely already had an accent, but I had heard like the counter next to me, like the lady working at that one say like "Welcome to Wisconsin," and it was all like the kind of little bit Wisconsin
Mm-hmm.
thing. And so like when he said it, I almost just like started cracking up. But I was like, thank God I'm already on my way out of here. Like I cannot. I was like, this has to be like an instruction on their interactions. Like it has to be a rule to be like, must to say welcome to Wisconsin at the end of it. I just really hope that's the case because it's really entertaining.
Do you think they're aware that they do that? Because we
Yes.
talked about how these poor souls, some of them have never left Wisconsin because there's people who live in Texas their whole life and never get out of Texas
Yeah.
or visit anywhere else outside of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So that means there's people that have lived in Wisconsin forever and never will leave Wisconsin. And I don't
Wisconsin,
Wisconsin.
actually.
I don't know why that terrifies me for them, but it really does.
Well, yeah, and I was like, I would think that like social media though, like it's like you gotta know that people have other accents.
Not even the accents though, sometimes. It's just
Just the fact
Texas
that
has a
there's
lot.
humans that will never leave.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Because like Texas, if you never leave, like you can still be educated enough in some things. Not saying that Wisconsinites aren't educated.
That's it. Yep, that's apparently, yeah, Wisconsinite. Yeah.
What all is going on in Wisconsin that can give you a fulfilled life?
All 4 seasons.
Okay, that's fair. But I mean, I guess in Texas though, if you don't get out of a small town, you don't really make it.
Right. I feel like it's more like small town
Yeah, I guess people
issue.
have fulfilled lives in other ways than what I think. I mean, I just think like traveling is important and like seeing other cultures and places.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's why I can't wrap my head around that.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
being very judgy right now. I can.
Nobody can have a fulfilled life unless they travel.
I'm just saying, if you don't get out
No, I know.
in forever, that's kind of terrifying.
I know what you're saying. No, I definitely feel the same way. I mean, that's part of the reason I packed up and moved here. I was like, let's see what's out there. All right.
Cheese curd.
Haven't seen much. Yep. Yep. I haven't had any of like the normal cheese curds yet though. Only like the like fried ones. Because apparently there's some my work bestie that's from Iowa says that there's some that are like they're not like the fried ones, they're just like cheese.
I thought
I
cheese meant they were fried cheese.
That's what I thought, and I still can't like wrap my head around it because I'm like, this is odd. I'm like, is this just like you just have cheese cubes almost, but they're like naturally formed
It must not be
in
great because they had to fry them. Wisconsin scares me. No.
This is why people never leave Texas.
Oh, no.
It's very odd, but I need to go. They had another farmers market this morning, but I didn't go. I was being too productive and then wasting the time that we spent recording the previous podcast before I messed that one up.
Mess it up. It wasn't your fault. It was
No, I
like
know it's just annoying.
all I could think though was like, I mean, like, yes, we got to catch up for 2.5 hours, but I thought the same thing. I was like, we just recorded for 2.5 hours and it's gone.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's fine.
Irks. Never getting over it. Just kidding. What else did I do? Let's see. Devil's Lake, check. Then it was work, exams, lots of coding. Ay, ay, ay. And then fast forward, Friday, went out. That was fun. Eating my words with the Wing Woman era thing. It's very nice. The bartender took my cherry and I got proposed to in the bar. It's basically
I hated the way you worded all of that.
Yeah, me too. It was kind of like, ew. No. I did have a cherry bomb for the first time though. And the bartender did make that joke, so that doesn't come from me.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank God. I was like, we gotta get her back to Texas. She's losing it.
No, it was the bartender.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't me who said that. It was all him. But yeah, then the other guy proposed to me. That was cute. That was fun. So basically I'm engaged now.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks so much. No. Definitely blew him off with a salute and then saw him at work. So good time.
Speaking of salute, did you end up watching Purple Heart since we got
No,
off?
I did not. I've been watching Never Have I Ever.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. It is fine. Ugh. We need to ask like a little like poll thingy. I want to see who's a Purple Heart stan.
I'm down. I'm also down to like update everyone on shows and books we've been reading.
Cute. Okay. Yeah. But I do have one more update.
Yes.
First of all.
Yes.
So then after the bar situation, then fast forward to Tuesday, I went to dinner. I don't know. I was like, do I say with a guy, with a friend?
Both? I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah. It's an interesting time. It was a fun time. See where that goes. Got some red flags and some green flags, and moving on from there. What else? Oh yeah, books now.
Okay. Gosh. I have surpassed my reading goal on
I
Goodreads.
thought you were at 16 out of 20 last time I checked.
But my original goal was 15. I adjusted.
Oh, I thought it was 20.
I was gonna get to 15 so fast.
And why did you get to 15 so fast, Lauren?
Because I found a ton of free books to read on.
And what kind of books are these, women?
They're really cheesy romance books. They're from.
I do feel like those. What?
I said they're from recommendations from Book Talk. It's not that they're all good.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Book Talk has some good recs.
And they were all free.
Or at least they did like 8 months ago when I had TikTok.
Right.
So.
And they were all free. And I downloaded like 10 at the same time. And here we are. I don't know. It's fine.
Are you like a one book at a time type of person or like a multiple book?
Oh, I read one at a time.
Okay.
The only book I've ever been able to pause and get back into pretty easily is Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I put book number 4 on pause like a while back. And like, I guess it's because I watched the movies maybe that I'm able to just jump back in and still be able to picture kind of what's going on in the timeline of it all. I don't know. But yeah, that's the only one I've ever been able to like get back into super easily. But one book at a time. I like how Kindle, you can see how much longer you have in the book.
Fun.
So it's like 2 hours and 36 minutes left of this book. It
Okay.
it like goes off of how of your pace of how often you flip, and yeah, it's kind of fun. Because then if I'm up late one night and it has 15 minutes left, I'm like, oh, I could stay up and finish this.
Yeah.
Or if it's like 2 hours left, I'm like, okay, time to go to bed.
Right.
Which is fun. And it's just kind of cool to see that I like to read again because I feel like I lost that with
Yeah.
college kind of makes you want to stop reading because you don't have the brain power to do so anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Other recommendations was the Purple Heart movie, and it's really good and only has a little bit of cheese in it. Otherwise, it's really good. Maybe it's just also on the same like playing field as the books I've been reading, and maybe that's why I got it. But I still think you should watch it.
I don't know. I think I also have a little bit of a like disdain towards it because that I think that might have been a strong word. I haven't used that word in like 5 years. But like because like I don't know, just like Purple Hearts, I'm just kind of like Purple Heart is like a thing.
Yes.
So does that like is that relevant?
Yes, he's in the military.
Well, yeah, but like a Purple Heart.
Is a an award given to people who get injured in combat.
Okay, so it is like relevant to this story.
Yes.
Okay, okay, because I think that was a little bit of like beef is like I guess the trailer that I saw like it wasn't like the first part of the trailer. It shows like him getting like injured and stuff later on in the trailer, but the first part like didn't. And so I was just like, this gives me like a little bit of like a ick because I'm like, are you literally just taking like a military word because it like sounds like it fit good as a movie title and like throwing it on this like military-esque movie?
I thought I mean, I'm not from a military family, so my opinion on it could sound not as educated. However, I did think they did a pretty good job with like incorporating it, and I thought they were very respectful
Okay.
of issues. And it also brought up some social issues from the more recent years and kind of like put debates about them in there in a really cool way,
Okay. I might actually be interested in it.
which I was kind of surprised that they took such like a interesting route with that. But I can't like spoil it because then it'll.
Yeah.
You should watch it because I
Okay.
forgot that little part because there was a few scenes where the characters argued about some of those things, or I wouldn't say argue, but like debated about those things. And
Mhm.
it kind of threw me off that Netflix would incorporate that in a movie, assuming it's a Netflix original. I can't remember now.
Yeah. I think it is.
I think it is. But it's good.
Okay.
It's good overall. I mentioned this earlier, but the only cheesy part was the music. But then it got better towards the end. It was just like at the
Mhm.
start, you were kind of like a little forced.
Yeah.
All her managers were like, we want her to stop being the Disney girl and we want her to be able to sing. Um, but it got way better towards the end.
Okay. I'll see. I just know, like, I don't know. When I first saw it, I was definitely like, I was like, okay, this looks cheesy. And then I was like, this looks like it could also potentially be like, I don't want to say disrespectful, but I definitely thought that like Netflix might have just been like, oh, Purple Heart, that's a military thing. Let's throw it on this military movie. And I was like, that's sure as hell like not gonna fly. But I don't know if I like automatically have that like slight distaste because of like my grandpa and my great grandpa like being in the military and like some of those and just like the more recent like issues regarding just like some of that stuff in general. But I'll watch it maybe. putting a maybe on there as my little quick escape. But I'll at least watch like the first like 15, 30-ish minutes.
You should.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, in the next 2 weeks, hopefully Kylie will watch it, and she can update y'all on the opinion, because I'm sure she'll update me prior to that.
Yeah. I can't do the one like time where I was like, I'm not gonna talk to Lauren for 2 weeks. We're not doing that again. Cause that was a bad idea.
3 hours of content later. And I say content because I had to edit said content. Gosh.
You're welcome. Yeah, but okay, potentially we'll be watching that. Hopefully I need more books. I need more like see, this is the thing. I don't love like spicy, like super spicy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I like a little bit of spice. Like, so I like read Ugly Love, and that was like a level of spice that I'm like I could handle, but also like content wise was decent.
Yeah.
But I think anything like spicier than that, I'd be like, I need more like substance. So if you have any of those that are like slightly spicy, like sprinkle with spice.
I suggest Things We Never Got Over.
Ooh, okay.
It's cute too. It has hello. It's
wait, I've seen that on like the Goodreads stuff.
Yeah, it's blue, has daisies on it.
Okay.
Lengthier book, but really good. Like it wasn't super lighthearted either.
Okay.
Like lighthearted and cheesy, and the romance like that is good, but sometimes you actually want more plot.
Yeah.
And this one had a really good plot. Like it's about this girl going to a small town to help out her sister, and like finding out she had a niece that she never knew about. It's interesting. I'm pretty sure that was on the book cover, so I can say that, and I didn't spoil it.
Okay.
And it's also something they reveal in like the first chapter. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's within the first like 20, 30 pages, then it's not really like it's fine.
But it's really good.
Okay. I'll read that. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what I end up having the energy for.
Yeah, that's
fair. What else are you doing?
I just go to work now. I wake up at 5:30 and put a happy face on and go teach.
Do you get coffee?
Some days.
Or do you get it from home?
Oh, I bring it from home.
Okay.
Start putting like one in the workroom, because I get the bottle of iced coffee. Put some in the room. I've been drinking Celsius the past few days because I have the powder.
Gotcha. Oh. Have you used the color changing cups?
Yeah, that's what I've been using.
Okay, cute.
Yeah.
Love that.
Also, they came in handy because one of my friends forgot her water cup during professional development, and she was like, I need water. And
you're like, your bestie.
Like, I have 5 cups, so take one. And then it was easy.
Cute. Okay.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm living everything over and over and over again.
Yeah. Well, that's also the case because this is the second one of the day. But it's not gonna happen again. Nope. I hope.
We got it figured out.
Knock on glass, save my ass.
So many things.
All right. Peace out, homies.
Bye.
Bye.